All right, we're back with the Malzberg panel, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin, Jackson, and we're also joined by Bridget, Todd today. All right, just one more on this, and I want to move on to Michael Sam. But Bridget, not to pick on you, but I mean, you really think that teachers don't make enough? And if teachers made more, then the problem Michelle Obama was talking about, which she sees as a problem, blacks going to school with only blacks in a lot of places, that problem would turn around if only we pay teachers more? I don't get it.
Absolutely not. I mean, that's only one part of
Well, give me another solution then.
It's really about poverty and concentrations of poverty in neighborhoods. It's about what we, studies show that, when you have a lower minimum wage, when folks aren't making enough money, when kids can't afford to have mom and dad both at home helping with homework because they have to work 2, 3, 4, low-paying jobs. Of course,
with all due respect, a lot of people in the African American community don't have dad. Period. I mean, I think that's a problem more than the minimum wage.
Look, guys, you're talking to a kid who didn't have dad. My mother died when I was 5. I got all the excuses, and I got adopted, and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, all the problems that you're talking about in the black community, there's no such thing as an African American. In the black community, the problems that are being faced today are brought on by liberalism. They don't respect family. And the issues that are happening in the black community, where 13-year-old girls are getting pregnant, and don't misunderstand me, it's in the whole community as a whole. But all these problems are bigger in the black community.
Pregnancy is actually down in the black community. So
go ahead, Bridget. Go ahead, Bridget. Go ahead.
I just want to point out that teen pregnancy is actually on the decline in the black community. First of all, second of all, I think it's so short-sighted to blame these problems on liberalism or really one side over the other. These problems are about poverty, and these problems are about the ability to have your mom and dad at home helping you with their homework. And until there's no throwing money at this problem. It's a deep-seated problem, and I think any policy that doesn't recognize that is just going to fail.
All right. Well, plenty of white parents work too, and mom and dad are at home to help them with their homowork. I don't see it as that simplistic.
Oh, first of all, it is a black problem. Education in America sucks on all levels, and that's just a fact. But it's being exacerbated in the black community. And to say, oh, it's poverty. No, it's not. There are many black kids who are eager to learn. They want to learn. What they want is the same type of treatment. They need to be incentivized and not have their dreams poked holes into, and that's what's happening. When you get pregnant at 13, if you are in gang warfare, if your neighborhood stink, you're probably going to be headed for destruction.
All right, let's talk about Michael Sam, the reality show that he signed on to and agreed to without telling the NFL and without telling the team that drafted him has been postponed. You even have an ESPN analyst, Jason Whitlock, saying I'd be very tempted to cut the guy today. Here's a man who pretends, in my view, that he doesn't want to be known as the gay athlete, the gay football player, which he says over and over. I maintain to him it's all about being the gay athlete, the gay football player, so he can make the money. Nothing wrong with that, but then tell us who you are. Tell us you're going to exploit being gay to the hilt. That's why he wears the flag pin when he talks. That's why he had the kisses on ESPN. They were orchestrated, in my view, for the reality show that had their cameras there at the same time. What do you say, Kevin?
What more can I add to that? That is exactly what's happening here. And let me tell you what the gay movement needed. The gay movement needed the black stud, the dude playing the manly sport. And what the NFL figured out is, you know what? At the end of the day, our demographic is not the Oprah Winfrey group. It's not these knuckleheads that are talking about gay pride and all that. It's a group of guys that just want to watch the sport played by the best athlete out there. I made the quip, I will watch a Kazakhstan Muslim woman. If she can run like Earl Campbell, I'll be tuned in to watch.
Bridget,
I don't care who she is.
What about you, Bridget? What's your take on Sam?
I just think it's really interesting that when we have heterosexual athletes kissing their wives, kissing their partners on TV, nobody asks whether or not it's done for publicity. Nobody asks. No one makes any comment about it at all. We're talking about treating him like any regular athlete. I don't see you two doing that. I see you two making it into the issue. We have heterosexual couples kissing each other.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal on the kiss. I've had Joe Conason sit here and agree with me that he said ESPN should have had a trigger. You got 9 and 8 and 7-year-old kids watching this with their father who would not take them to a movie if he knew that 2 gay men were going to be kissing in it, yet this was sprung on them with no warning. But it's more than the kiss. How do you feel about the reality show without telling anybody?
I think it comes down to what's in his contract if he's allowed to do it.
He has no contract.
he won't play it down in
He's
football,
made
by the
he's
way.
made nothing in the NFL. He's done nothing, and he springs this on his new team.
Nothing.
All right, guys, I got to go. I appreciate the good chat on the Malzberg panel. Bridget, Todd, and of course Kevin Jackson. Thank you very much. We're coming back, folks. Don't go away. Oh, how could I forget? This one is great too. We'll be back with more. But first, today's America's Moment, taking a look back. And you know what we're going to talk about? We are going to talk about the death of Osama bin Laden. Yay! Stay tuned.
In the early morning hours of May 2nd, 2011, the Central Intelligence Agency launched Operation Neptune Spear and set into motion a mission to bring one of the world's most notorious terrorists to justice. All indications were that Osama bin Laden was asleep as the U.S. Naval Special Warfare Development Group, known as SEAL Team 6, approached his highly secured three-story Pakistani-based compound. From entry to exit took approximately 45 minutes, with the bulk of time being used to gather up a plethora of al-Qaeda intelligence materials. When located in his living quarters on the third floor of his compound, the head of the Islamist group al-Qaeda was found using his young wife as a shield. The Obama administration reported the 54-year-old terrorist was given a traditional Islamic burial at sea. 9 years, 7 months, and 21 days following his infamous attack on New York's Twin Towers, killing thousands of innocent civilians, its mastermind, Osama bin Laden,